the time you chose to generate the UV map of some parts is crucial. To achieve precision, and for better understanding of this concept, in today's tutorial, we will shed some lights on some of the common mistakes that you need to avoid while designing and creating UV maps for your project. I am using one of the early techniques to texture this license plate, in which one material is used to texture the license plate as well as the vehicle body. A skin, a livery, or a paint job, all these expressions can be used to describe this technique. The advantage of using this technique is to eliminate the need for extra materials to represent the license plates, characters, and/or background. Developers may rely on this technique during the early development or during optimization. Of course, you will get limited background or state varieties with constant numbers and letters. Modern open-world games that include motor vehicles have a dynamic license plate system, in which each vehicle has a unique and random license plate. Some may include a dynamic state background as well, with possibility to allow customization of the license plate as a bonus for the players. For the sake of this tutorial, I will use the static license plate. However, upgrading this design for the modern features is still possible if needed. The UV map of this license plate was created after completing the designing and the alignment of both the location and the orientation in order to match the vehicle body. If you take a closer look at the current UV map, you will notice that the license frame is out of the texture range. This unwrapped chunk of UVs is exposing and extending some UVs that we do not actually intend to use. We need to adjust this UV map so that, when sending the UVW template to the 2D artist, there will be no confusion or misreading of the template. There are two approaches to achieve this. One of them is to correct the UV map by overlapping the frame vertices in respective to the UVs that represent the license characters. Inside the UVW's editor, activate Snap to Vertices, then move the outranged vertices inward until they overlap their obverse. If you get confused, try to select the outranged vertices from the viewport. As we start to relocate the outranged vertices, you will notice some improvement over the 3D object. Use the Move or the Scale tool to correct the UVs for perfect alignment over the texture. You can constrain the Move and the Scale tool horizontally or vertically if needed. Here is the result, before and after. The second approach is by modifying the 3D object geometry, not the UV map. This license plate consists of two parts. I am going to select all polygons of the part that contain the characters. Then convert the selection to border by holding the Control key and left-click on the border icon of the ribbon. Now let's extrude the border in the left viewport until it matches the old frame. Keep in mind, I am using local as reference coordinate system. We could match the new extrusion to the old frame by snapping vertices, given the fact that any manipulation of the license plate geometry will not affect the existing UV map. Now, I can take the old frame to a better place. As you can see, the texture misalignment has been fixed. Detach the extrusion to element, then apply smoothing groups to its polygons. Let's take a look at the UV map. This is the perfect unwrapping for the license plate. After correcting the license plate geometry, we can do new wrapping or unwrapping process without getting undesirable exposed UVs. Select all polygons, then apply planar projection on the Y-axis. The planar projection is not oriented to the license plate correctly. In order to change that, press Best Align. If you need to do further manipulation to the UV map, you should consider adding other existing level of detail.